everybody, here we go! Off to Neverland!
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel today. So if you're checking this out and this is your first time visiting my channel, I just want to say welcome. Feel free to check out some of my other videos detailing a little bit about my second Disney College Program acceptance and process. I have several different videos about bucket lists and different things like that, so feel free to check those out. If you feel like following my journey a little bit more, feel free to subscribe right down below. Today's video is going to be a little bit about my do's and don'ts of the Disney College Program. So, being an alumni who's going back for a second program, I kind of wanted to go back through and see some of the things that I regretted, that I did do or that I didn't do, some of the things that I would suggest to new people that are going on their first program. I see a lot of questions on the Facebook groups about different kinds of things. So without further ado, here are my do's and don'ts for the Disney College Program. Do. First one, bring a car if you are able. The TransStar buses are convenient because you can use them for free, and that is nice. But if you work in Magic Kingdom like I did, there are some nights where you have to wait for the bus to come like 2 or 3 times where you could get off at work and go home. So that's like an hour and a half. The buses would be so crowded because everyone gets off at the same time. Sometimes you have to leave 2 or 3 buses early to get to work on time. So, and then for groceries, it's not so fun carrying all of your groceries on the bus from Walmart than having to carry them all the way through the complex. You will hurt your arms, you will break bags. It will happen because you will inevitably buy more than you want. So if you can bring a car, it's really convenient, or if one of your roommates is bringing a car, be very thankful. My second do is arrive early for check-in day. A lot of people have been asking, when's the best time to arrive? Well, check-in is typically in the morning on whatever day you sign up for your program begins. So my check-in day is the 10th, and most likely I will be checking in between 8 and 11 a.m. I recommend at least coming the day before or earlier. My first don't call in for shifts. That is, if you have a shift scheduled, you decide to call out that morning, it's really easy to do. You just call a hotline, they ask no questions, you just say I can't make my shift today, and they're like, okay, we'll let your leaders know. You will receive a point, and you get 3 points, you get a reprimand, 6 you get another reprimand, and 9 you can actually be sent home. Always try to give away a shift first if you can. There's typically a Facebook group for different roles and different locations, so you can always post there and see. But I mean, obviously there's like emergency, that's okay, and then you can talk to your leaders, and they might reduce it to a half a point, depending on how nice and kind your leaders are. But don't call in because you will hurt your record card, and that will ruin your chances of extending or even continuing with the company. My third do for costumes, get as much as you can early because you will run out of your size, and just because it's there now doesn't mean it's going to be there again. Hold on to your costumes, launder them yourselves, because if you put them back in costuming, they're going to be gone. Like, you're never going to be able to get the same exact size again. My second don't is don't break housing rules. This is really easy if you just follow the rules and don't be stupid. Don't drink on property because you could get caught and you could get fired. Don't bring alcohol into a wellness apartment because you will jeopardize the position of all of your roommates. Everyone in that apartment could be fired. So just think a little bit about the other people when you are doing things. Think about whether or not it's really worth it. My fourth do is something that I wish that I did more of on my program. Budget. 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 I cannot say it enough. You are making about $300 a week. About 120 of it's coming out for rent. It leaves you with very little money. Especially if you've got bills to pay, you've got groceries, you want to do this, this, and this, and this. Save your money. Budget. On top of that, there are other ways that you can budget by. One big way you can budget is, I know for grocery shopping, I always bought way more than I needed to. Always go grocery shopping with a list. Bring your lunch when you go to work. Also, you can bring your lunch into the parks, you can bring in food for the parks. So pack a sandwich instead of going to get chicken fingers and french fries at Cosmic Rays or something every time, because that's like $9. Or, even better, they always give you tons of chicken nuggets and tons of french fries. Split it with somebody. Don't eat in the parks every single day, but also don't be afraid to splurge every once in a while. So if you make that Be Our Guest reservation, go to Be Our Guest. The best way to do it is to make sure you look at the cast member discounts before you book reservations. Because some places for dinner, like I know that Liberty Tree Tavern, you won't get a discount for dinner unless it's after 8 p.m. And then there's some places that only do lunch reservations for discounts. So you have to always look at the fine print, and if you can plan your meals around your discount. That way you're saving up to 20 to 40% on your meals. Do go to the parks before and after work if you can. Or some of your coworkers might be like, hey, let's go to Epcot after work today. Don't go home. I'm telling you now, don't go home. Go have fun. You might be exhausted, you might be tired, but looking back at the end of your program, you're going to be so happy that you took advantage of those opportunities. Do be optimistic about everything. I know it's a very crazy process. You might not be happy with the location you got put for your housing. You might end up in a complex you didn't want to be in with more roommates than you wanted. You may not even end up with your roommates. You may end up in a work location that seems god-awful. Look at everything optimistically, because I know some people hated their location at first and ended up falling in love with their coworkers and the location itself. So always be a little optimistic, because I promise you'll feel a lot better and it'll make the program better. Do call your parents. They will appreciate hearing your voice every once in a while. Don't wait for them to call you. I'm telling you from experience. My mom loved when I called her out of the blue. It is a good idea. Do it. Don't say you'll have an certain amount of time to do this, this, and this, and this. The program goes really fast. It might not feel like it in the first week or two, but before you know it, you're done. And you also never know what's going to happen. You might have to leave unexpectedly. You don't know what's going to happen, so saying you've got this amount of time to do whatever, you don't. Do take advantage of all the opportunities Disney's given you. Go to the parks even when you're tired, like I said before. Enjoy the perks like the cast member discounts on merchandise and dining and things like that. Do network if you want to stay with the company. Do take classes, take the seminars, go to anything that the Disney housing is offering you, because it's going to be so helpful. Don't give in to homesickness. Please, 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 please don't give in to homesickness. The first few weeks are rough. It's just like college, where you want to go home every night for like the first few weeks, and then you know what? You love college. Everything has a little bit of adjustment period when it's new. So you will get homesick, I promise. But do something to keep yourself busy, to make yourself forget about the homesickness. Like go to the parks and just sit on the hub, watch people looking at the castle for the first time and enjoying their family memories. Go meet characters, because even like in line, I found so much magic in watching all of these little kids meet their favorite characters, and that's the kind of stuff that makes you forget about the homesickness. Don't just live in the Disney bubble. You will hear about that a lot when you get to Disney. Go do other things. Go to the beach. Go take a day trip to like St. Augustine. Go explore Orlando. Go to Harry Potter World. Go to SeaWorld. Just don't stay just doing Disney property. There are so many things that Orlando has to offer. Take up on them. Don't be afraid to try something new. I didn't like roller coasters my first CP. I had never really been on roller coasters because I was afraid of them. And you know what? I tried them, and now Rock and Roller Coaster is like my favorite ride. Don't be afraid to have a self-care day where you just sleep and watch Netflix and do laundry or go grocery shopping. You don't have to be in the parks all the time, and sometimes you will need a day to do those things. So make sure you do that. Do venture out beyond your roommates. There are so many coworkers you will meet, and so many people just in the parks that you'll meet. There's such an opportunity to make new friends and get to know people from all around the world. So don't just stick to your roommate bubble. Venture out of it. My last piece of advice is probably my most important piece of advice. If you're going to listen to anything, please, please, please listen to this one. Enjoy every single moment while you're there. Never again are you going to be able to go to Epcot for ice cream. Never again are you going to be able to go to the Magic Kingdom before work and just sit on the hub grass and drink Starbucks. Never again are you going to be surrounded with people from all over the world, and never again are you going to be in Disney with those same people. Never again are any of these moments going to happen. So take everything as it comes, enjoy everything. do adventures, meet new people, try new things, ride Space Mountain 8 times, just sit and watch Festival of Fantasy even though you've seen it a million times. It'll make you feel better. Park hop, do challenges, try to complete your bucket list. Just whatever you're doing, whether you're working, you're playing, making magic, enjoy it. Enjoy every second, because before you know it, it's over, and then you'll just wish you could go back and rewind and live it all again. So please enjoy your CPs. Enjoy the time even waiting until check-in. Enjoy everything, because it goes so fast, and it is the most life-changing and magical experience you will ever have in your entire life, and you will become a better person for it, and you're gonna wish you could live it all over again. I'm getting emotional. Alright, those are my do's and don'ts for the Disney College Program. If you're an alumni and you have your own do's and don'ts that you would like to add, please comment them down below for our new CPs, for them to comment and see and take as advice. If there are any other questions you have about my personal advice for the Disney College Program, comment below as well. I'd be glad to answer. And stay tuned for more videos relating to Disney over the next few weeks, because I've got some pretty good CP and even just Disney related videos coming up soon. So stay tuned for those. For now, I thank you guys so much for watching, and see you real soon.